That was just another pointless sequel that didn't have to be made.
You guys ever see Secret Window?
Is that the Johnny Depp movie?
Yeah, I've never watched the whole thing, but like when I was like a junior or senior in high school, I used to say, "You stole my story" all the time because of the preview.
Yeah.
And how creepy Tutoro is in it.
Yeah.
You stole my story.
Yeah.
You stole my story.
I actually did see that movie, and I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. I even forgot. I couldn't remember who was playing the creepy guy, but you're right. It's Totoro.
I
I
feel
saw
like
it in the theater and I hated it.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I feel like I might have seen it in the theater too, and was underwhelmed.
I feel like a parody of that would be great.
Yeah, it's relevant and
You
everything.
stole my yeah, it's totally relevant.
Very current.
Yeah. Well, I turned on the birds.
The Burbs or the Birds?
The birds, like the
Oh, okay.
Hitchcock one.
Both
It's
great
just
movies.
on TV.
I mean, it is now. It's on Netflix.
You chose it.
Yeah.
You chose to watch it. Okay.
Yeah, I might
understand now.
I might choose something else, but I wanted something on in the background, and like we can't talk about what the show is about.
Yeah. And the birds are bad birds.
Did you guys ever see The Birds 2?
No.
No, but now that you mention it, I remember that exists.
Yeah, I remember seeing it as a kid. It was a TV movie, and it was on TV. And I remember in my little kid brain, like, "Hey, it's a sequel. I gotta see it. I gotta know the full story here."
It must be better than the original, because why would they make another one
Yeah.
if they didn't have some great improvement to make?
They probably forgot some of the types of birds, so they have to
Yeah.
cover it.
It's like all the birds.
It took them 40 years to make a sequel. It's got to be good.
It's all the birds that don't really fly or peck.
Yeah,
It's
like flamingos.
Flamingos, yeah. It's like the Birds 2 is just all flamingos.
I've never seen a flamingo like move fast either. So it's like, you know, when they're running from zombies in the zombie movies and the zombies like not chasing them that hard.
Yeah.
The birds too, the flamingos would be like that, I think.
Yeah, I feel
sounds
like
great.
you know what I feel like if I was doing a legit bird sequel, I would think about maybe doing ostriches, because I feel like they could actually kill a bunch of people, like an army of ostriches.
There's this one type of bird that I don't know what it is, but it's like gray and it has like the beak is really wide at where like it like meets the feathers, and it comes to like a triangle point, and it's one of those like standing up tall birds, and it's got real mean eyes. Fuck,
like
I
a
wish I knew what it was
crane?
called. Yeah, it's kind of like man.
Man,
You know what? I looked up a big list of scary animals the other day, and it was on there.
Big list of scary animals.
Google how
Yeah.
many scary animals are there?
Yeah, that's literally what I did.
And what was the scariest one you came across?
I don't know. I
It was
forgot.
this bird that he forgot
yeah.
about. He's
I
actually
really wanna
repressed it.
find this
He didn't
bird.
forget it. He's repressed it.
I've seen one in real life, and they're creepy. Was that the
Colin, you have
what?
you have a very interesting life.
I just look at
What-
birds.
What do you do all day? Well, I Googled scary animals, and then that took about like 3 hours. Then I watched. What did you watch today?
Today? What did I watch?
Yeah.
Nothing. I worked a lot today. I
Oh.
worked from 7 to 10 a.m. and then from like 10:30 to 11:30, and then
So wait, does that mean you sat at a yoga studio desk and Googled scary animals?
No, this didn't happen today.
Oh.
The scary animal things was like a few days ago. And
Okay.
like what bothers me is I can't remember why I looked up scary animals, but I know it had to do with a
Wait.
conversation I was having with someone.
Were you
like,
pet sitting?
in text.
You were saying
No.
you were at someone's house pet sitting, looking at their cat, going, "What are the scariest animals?"
No, I for sure
Where
was
does this
on.
cat rank.
I for sure was like on the toilet.
Scariest animals.
Smells like a scary animal in here. Let me look up and find what the scariest ones are.
I can't remember why. There was a real reason to look it up. I think it had to do with mascots or something like that. Like,
Oh, scariest mascots would be interesting. I mean, it's gritty, obviously, but
Gritty, definitely.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, second place would be like more of a contest.
Gritty and the Philadelphia Fanatic in the same city. That just, God, how do
Yeah, but
how
the
do people feel safe there?
The Philly Fanatic looks like a Banana Splits. Gritty looks like something from a horror movie.
And you think there's no banana splits in horror? Okay,
Well,
that's
there
a horror
is
movie.
actually a Banana Splits horror movie, so clearly they can be scary. But I'm just saying I don't know that Gritty. I mean,
Yeah, what is this trend of like turning beloved children's, properties into like disgusting horror, like B-level horror movies? There's like a Winnie the Pooh one. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah. I think part of it is just like you want IP, but everyone knows that nobody's going to see the Banana Splits movie unless there's some teenagers getting murdered in it.
Oh, I found it.
Give
It's,
the people what they want.
it's just called a shoebill stork.
Oh,
It's
Shoebill.
very
The old-
scary. Yeah, you
the
guys should
old
look it up.
Shoebill. I'm
gonna
looking
look
it
it
up
up
right
right
now. We're gonna
Oh,
give you
and then a lot of these other ones are like things that have like that texture that like turkeys have of that flesh around their heads. A lot of these are like that. And then
It makes a machine gun sound.
Oh,
guys
we
see
got to
that?
get this. We got to.
wait, hold on. Shoebills can grow up to 55 inches tall and use their huge bills to hunt for snacks such as lungfish, snakes, and even baby crocodiles.
Wait, 55 inches? That's like man height, isn't it? Isn't that like a real height?
Hold on, let me divide 55
I'm gonna take
by
what you
12.
just said, Colin, and interpret it as they like to eat lungs,
Yeah,
human lungs.
that's four and a half feet tall, over four
Oh,
and a
they
half feet
do have
tall.
mean faces.
Yeah.
When they look straight at you, they've got like demon eyes.
Yeah, that is a scary fucking animal.
I
right there.
encourage
that.
everyone to look up Shoebill Stork because it's fucking terrifying.
From the
That's-
side, they look kind of friendly.
No, don't be fooled. That's
No,
what the
'cause it-
birds too should have been. It's all
Yeah.
shoebills, just eating people's fucking lungs right
Yeah.
out of their bodies.
From the
The
side,
Tampa
it,
Zoo is home to 3 of only 4 shoebill storks in the United States. There's only 4 of them
Wow.
in all of the United States.
from the side, it looks like it might be smiling, but it's like not a good smile. It's like a kind of a sinister smile, like I might eat you.
It's like, it's like you taste good and evil feels good, and that's why I'm smiling.
Evil feels good.
You taste good.
That's like the
evil
you-
feels good.
That's like the Shoebill Stork's yearbook quote. Most likely to do evil. Oh man. Okay, so now I hope everyone has looked up Shoebill Stork because they're
Oh, it looks prehistoric. It's
yeah, and like the
wingspan is
feathers,
crazy looking.
and when its wings spread out, it looks like you could like see where the little hands used to be when it was a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh, everything about
They
this is
eat
scary.
they eat baby crocodiles. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They eat babies.
Yeah,
Yeah, baby, other scary things.
yeah,
The razor
yeah.
sharp edges of its beak allow it to decapitate their prey quickly.
Oh, gross.
And that's a
Decapitate?
gross-
They go for decapitation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
and that's a
God.
gross speak to also be like gross, but also actually dangerous. Like I was
My
like,
God.
oh,
I'm watching
kind of
a
goofy
video of
looking
it. I'm watching a video of it entering a home. Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is it
Oh
it
my
murdering a family
God.
like in Manhunter?
This is frightening. It definitely looks like a velociraptor, like that scene from Jurassic Park in the kitchen. Oh my God. And it like
Ugh.
opens its beak like this. It's like it looks like it's talking.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
All right. On a
So
related note,
terrifying.
let's get to recapping the Naked Gun series. So
Okay.
right off the bat, we've got something interesting going on because while there's only 3 movies in this series, the third and second place movies are tied.
Oh my God! When it blinks, its eyeballs like its eyelids are like white.
I thought we'd moved on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's also drooling in this shot. I didn't know birds could drool.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
bloodthirsty
either.
ones can.
It looks like a fake dinosaur monster. Oh, this is disturbing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm with you guys.
See,
Naked
this
Gun.
is why it's not a waste of time to Google scariest animals. And go
Nobody
through the
said it was a
list.
waste of time. I said it was a waste of your life, but don't twist my words. Yeah. So Naked Gun 2 and Naked Gun 3 tied. I feel like that is appropriate. I don't know. I don't really want to change that.
That's interesting. Yeah, they both averaged out to a 7.
Yeah, they're not as good as the first one. They're both very good. This all clocks.
Well, okay. It feels to me like, I mean, personally, I like the third one better than the second one.
I knew you were
Right
gonna say
now, I
that.
could think of like a bunch of jokes from the third one. I can't think of anything from the second one other than that guy with the hose in his mouth and his body explodes, which used to freak me out when I was a kid.
What about I've been swimming in raw sewage? I love it.
What about the mariachi bands? Man?
I love it.
Oh, I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys heard it that
Yeah.
time.
Very good. Yeah. I think you have undervalued Naked Gun 2.
Well, okay.
Because three's
so
better.
Not according to our vote in the moment when we actually had just watched it.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to change my score to bump Naked Gun 3 up.
You should.
I
Does
guess
that mean you're
that
changing
is-
it to a 10?
I guess that is you're right.
I mean, let's see. If I change it, I gave it an 8.
Oh,
That makes
yeah.
it a 9.
You want to make this movie a 9? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the bomb.
I mean, the thing is, we need a tiebreaker of some kind.
We
Like,
don't.
what-
We really don't.
I mean, like, I know what I'm going to, like, want to influence the tiebreaker towards.
Well, can I tell you guys something crazy? Well, I guess I should wait because I have the
What?
series average for this already.
Oh.
This series, we rated it pretty high, maybe too high. If you know what I'm saying.
So are you
Best
telling
all
me?
time.
Are you telling me I should bump Naked Gun 33 and a third down a point to make it
No.
a little
No.
less good overall? Because I will. Because the second one is better. I honestly.
No, it's
believe
not. It's
I
clearly
feel like.
not.
You
Yeah.
can only raise your score for the second one.
No. What did I give? What did I
know.
give the second and third one?
You gave. Let's see. Harris gave the second one a 7, and you gave the third one a 6.
Okay, I stand by that. That
Harsh.
makes sense. It would be tough to.
Harsh.
It would be tough to lower the third one to a 5 because it is very funny. I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
So our guests must have agreed with me that the second one was better.
Our guest for number 2, who was, God, I forget our guests.
Some guy probably.
Oh, it was Arby.
Arby.
Arby gave it a 7. We all gave it a 7. Number 2.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, our guest gave it a 6. Paul Beswick gave it a 6, just like Harris, and Colin and I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I think I remember him saying it's not quite as good as the second one. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I think he was wasted at that
Yeah, I
point.
mean, he was wrong. He was wrong.
He
He was under threat by a shoe bill store.
He was like, I got to get this podcast over with. I got a shoe bill knocking on my door, and he looks like he means business.
Oh my god! If
Better
you were
make the right choice, boy.
yeah, if you were like in the mafia, would you like go to the Don and be like, I think I know the answer of how we can really intimidate people now, Don?
Shoe bill stork costumes.
A shoe bill they can't refuse.
Costume. I'm an actual bird, but you think I'm
No,
gonna
no.
pitch costumes?
Yeah, no, it'll be like the official gang colors. It's like
gang colors.
Shoe bill stork mascot costumes. Yeah, but what if we all show up in these mascot costumes like Shoe bill storks?
It works every time.
Yep. That would be pretty scary mascot. That would give Gritty a run for his frightening money.
Shoe bill gang sounds real. You know.
Shoebill Gang does sound real. Sounds like they would be fighting with the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. It does.
Would a shoe bill make a good mascot?
Yeah, if you want to like make people shit themselves.
Yes, yeah. If
That
that's
seems
like,
to be the trend, right?
is that the sport? Sport shitting.
Sport shitting.
If it was a sport, I'd be MVP over here.
So, are we making any changes to these first two tied movies?
Well,
Matt, you seem like you really want to untie this thing somehow.
I don't know. I think you might be right. It's the series that we can't leave as a tie. We have to make it a tiebreaker situation. But on a movie per movie
Yeah.
basis, I think we're okay.
I mean, I don't really understand why we can't have ties in everything. It's just like kissing your sister, which I don't have a sister, so as far as I know, that could be great. I don't know.
I knew you were going to say that. You've never heard someone say the kissing your sister thing? Every time,
It's an old saying that that a tie is like kissing your sister.
yeah,
Because
I've heard
it's
that a
good
lot.
because you're getting some, and it's bad because and it's bad because it's your sister.
Because it's good because you're getting some.
Getting some hot Whopper action.
It's a callback to pre-podcast jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, should we explain what
No.
that's all about?
No, we just need to keep using the word
Colin,
Whopper.
Tell the public which are your favorite burgers to fuck hypothetically.
Just based on the name, fucking a Whopper sounds more enjoyable than fucking a quarter pounder with cheese.
I'm just gonna say, I think if you end up in a sexual situation with a Whopper, I think it's kind of presumptive that you think you're the one doing the fucking.
Now that I think about it,
I
there's
think
so
you
many
might be-
burgers. There's so many burgers with the word junior in the name. You want to stay away from those.
Yeah, definitely don't fuck any of the junior burgers.
You want a nice big hamburger, nice big cheeseburger.
Nice big Carl.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Big Carl. No, but in growing up in Texas, we had the A1 thick and hearty burger. I mean, that sounds like a
no,
little
that sounds
fuckable,
pretty
right?
sexual. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, how can you not get wet when the burger's that wet?
it's the first letter, the first number. It's thick, and it's hearty.
Yeah, and I need a
You
hearty
had
burger.
me at first letter.
You had me at letter. This is the A burger. Oh my god, I'm hard.
Are we including Taco Bell's menu in this, or strictly burgers?
I think it's just burgers.
Yeah, 'cause
Although
Bean and cheese burritos are like probably,
and this is why I would not count the Arby's beef and cheese, despite the great suggestion. I just don't think it counts. It's got to be a burger.
well,
So the beef and cheese title moniker is a positive for you, yeah?
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. That would definitely be the runaway winner. But I'm gonna have to stick with in the burgers only category. I got to stick with a famous star.
I'm trying to think of. I don't know what the Hardee's ones are.
Is Hardee's the same as Checkers or like Rallies?
Hardee's
think-
is owned by the same company as Carl's Jr., but they're not the same
I
restaurant.
think they got different names. And what's the Jack in the Box?
Sourdough
They all have
Jack.
Jack in the name.
Sourdough
Get that
Jack.
Sourdough.
Yeah.
Get that sourdough Jack.
Yeah, a nice sourdough Jack.
What was the
could be
one that?
better?
Remember the commercial in the '90s or like late '90s, early 2000s for Jack in the Box, and it was when the boy bands were the craze. It was the Meaty Cheesy Boys, and they like had a whole song.
Can you sing the song for us right now?
No, I should look it up though. I'm sure Meaty Cheesy Boys commercial is available on YouTube somewhere.
Oh my god.
I think Meaty Cheesy Boys is Colin's new vote for the most fuckable whatever. Gotta love that Meaty Cheesy Boys.
All right, I guess this is gonna be a quick recap episode. Are we locking these in?
I think we should.
We don't want to. We just want to leave them as a tie.
So
Feels
yeah, I agree.
anticlimactic.
I agree. No, I think I'm willing to lock these in. I don't think these should change. I think this is exactly what it is.
I can't. I feel like we're gonna regret this.
That's a hamburger song?
Cheese meat, cheese, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's intense. It's intense.
There was also another like joke boy band. I can't remember what it was for, but I remember their song was like, "I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us." And I
Oh, that
always
was a
loved that
TV
line.
movie.
Oh,
That was like, that was some movie. It was on MTV, and it was like during the height of the boy band craze. But it was like a spoof.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that funny.
I can't
But it
believe
was
you guys
their
both know
song was
this.
about calculus or something. You
I
could probably
know
look it
my
up.
calculus. It says you plus me equals us. That's so hot. Hold on, I'm googling. I know my calculus.
All right, let's lock these things in. I don't think we're going to regret this because I don't think we're ever going to remember because we're not going to look at anything except for the final scores. I do think that we slightly overrated this series, but then again, we had a lot of fun, and I think that's why, because it's a fun series full of funny jokes.
You know what? You're right. We're locking them in. 2 movies.
Locking them in at 2 movies at 7. 7 or 7.5? 7?
They were both
They were
7s.
7s. That seems right.
Yeah.
That's not too high. What was the first one?
Well, we're getting the winner of the Naked Gun series, of course, is the original Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad, and Harris gave it an 8. I gave it a 10. Our guest Jonathan Maurer gave it a 10 as well, and Colin gave it his version of a 10, a 9, averaging out to 9 1/4. Or a quarter, as Harris would say, and that makes it number 1. 9 1/4. How do we feel about that for the Naked Gun, the original? The best.
Sounds great.
It seems way too high, and yet, like, my temptation is, like, why did I only give it an 8? I'm sure I had my reasons, but, like, if my instinct is like, wow, I probably should have rated that higher. But
Yeah, you lowballed it. Like, what's another classic movie? Like Rocky, the first Rocky got 9 1/4. Or are we saying that the Naked Gun is like comparable to Rocky?
Yes, obviously.
It actually got
in
the
its
same
own
thing.
way.
A 9, 2 10s, and an 8.
it's kind of apples and oranges, but yeah, Naked Gun has a certain rockiness to it.
I found
I
out.
mean-
I found out which band sang "You." I know my calculus. It says "You plus me equals us." They were called Together with the number 2 and a plus sign for the T, and Kevin Farley was in the band.
Yeah,
it was a
from
fictional.
a movie. It's like a spoof movie.
Yeah, a fictional boy band from a movie that took a satirical approach to boy bands.
Yeah, and there's like a blonde guy who's like really goofy looking. I remember.
Well, Kevin Farley is Chris Farley's brother.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh
Very
yeah, I see this goofy looking guy here. He's
Yep.
pretty goofy.
Yeah, can I see him? Can you hold it up to the Zoom camera?
I
See that
can't
guy
think
in
of
the
it.
yellow?
Yeah.
It's too blown out. But yes, the guy all the way on the left.
Your left.
Yeah.
The one in the yellow, not the orange.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I saw him.
The one in
Yeah.
the orange looks like the Miz. Did you guys ever? Did you guys know who the
Yeah,
Miz is?
I know what
Yeah,
the Miz is.
All right. Yeah, sorry, I have not said one relevant thing about the Naked Gun this whole time.
I feel like we're
That's what we're here for.
yeah, I feel like we're
Give people
nailing
what they
this
want.
though. Yeah, exactly.
So here, let's get to this. So right now, the series average of the Naked Gun. Are we locking in the first one? We don't want to make any changes.
Nope,
I
we're locking it
don't
in.
feel like I need to make.
We're locking it
changes.
in. All right. The series average is a 7.75. That's really high for us.
Yes.
That means of all the franchises that we've ever covered, this is only eclipsed by the Alien franchise.
Oh yeah.
So this
And
is our
the
second highest.
This is our
rated
second
franchise.
highest. It
Well-
just ekes out above Mission Impossible.
I mean, this is the advantage of only making 3 movies and all of them being pretty good. Also, I think comedy is not easy, but the movies they're held to like a different standard. Like the plot can be incoherent, some of the performances can be bad, like there can be a lot of flaws in a comedy, and if it's just funny for like 90 minutes, or in Naked Gun 33 and a third's case, like 80 minutes and a half or whatever it is, then that's good enough, like that's all it's supposed to do is make you laugh.
Yeah, I mean that's harder than it sounds. Like comedy is really, really difficult to achieve. If you've ever like worked on a comedy or made it like a comedy movie or anything, like pretty much like the first time you say the joke, it's hilarious, and then the second time it's not as funny, and then by like the millionth time that you've gone over the joke or looked at the scene, it like almost hurts you.
And then
It's,
you
like, not
forget, like,
funny
you're
anymore.
like, is anything funny? And then you start changing jokes to worse jokes because you're like, well, this one isn't working anymore, so we need a better one. And yeah, it's very, very complicated.
There's also like something about the timing of like, you're timing yourself to someone saying like action or cut or like, even further back. You're timing it to like someone saying they're ready first, and then someone says action, and then there's a cut, and then you maybe start over, whatever, and then
They're like, oh, no, I
comedy.
forgot to say roll camera.
Right. And comedy's so based on the timing. You know,
Yeah.
the timing has to be perfect for like some things to be like as funny as they can be, and you're really on everyone else's clock at the same time.
I also wonder, what do you guys think? What do you think about like the idea that I thought these movies aged pretty well in general, but also all of us were very familiar with all of them, right? So
Yes.
is it possible that a lot of our rating is nostalgic, whereas like somebody who hadn't seen these movies a long time ago watching them for the first time would be like, yeah, they're okay, you know? Like, I wonder how much of this is just that, like, for us, we are very familiar with these movies. They're part of, like, growing up, and, you know, we know all the jokes, and we've seen them a bunch of times. So, sort of like how, Matt, you like the third one better because you've seen it more, and I like the second one better because I've definitely seen that one more. So there's, like, a certain amount of nostalgia even within our own ratings, you know?
Yeah, I also like
Yeah.
the third one better because it's funnier, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think-
Interesting and wrong opinion.
There's like a few things that are timeless about all three. If you just do all the jokes you could possibly do about a baseball game, if you just like honestly the plot of the second one you could reuse again and again for like comedy or not comedy or whatever. It's simply like, you know, evil industrialists trying to like play a trick on the government to like keep them from having to, you know, meet ecological standards.
A tale as old as time.
Pretty much. And then the third one has the Oscars thing, and I mean, like, not all of those Oscars jokes, like, no one knows who, like, you know, Phil Donahue is anymore, you know, but, like, if you did do an Oscars thing, you would kind of do, like, some of the similar jokes. Like,
I'm pretty sure people didn't know who Phil Donahue was when that movie came out.
everybody watched Donahue. He was on after Oprah or
Sally
something.
Jesse Raphael.
Yeah, so, yeah, he played against Oprah, didn't he? I don't know.
No one knows. Well, all right. So, what are our takeaways from covering the Naked Gun series?
Do you ever like check under like a seat you're sitting in just in case like Oprah like put something there and then like it's never there, you know?
Usually, I just find boogers. Or gum.
Yeah, it's a lot of boogers, yes. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that Oprah didn't put them there.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that. I was like, they
And
better.
you get a booger, and you get a booger.
Yeah, I was like, they better implicate Oprah in this booger situation.
That would be a funny practical joke for Oprah to play. Of like, and if you all check under your seats, you'll see that I have snot rocketed everywhere.
They just cut to the audience, like people pulling their hands up with like long strings of green goo.
Yeah.
Like, damn,
They're
girl.
all my boogers. It's taken me years, but I did it. I pulled it off. I had to give away cars.
Finally
Just to
Everybody
build
gets
this prank.
COVID.
Classic Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah the prankster, known
Yeah.
prankster Oprah.
It's like I wanted to become one of the richest and most influential women in the world, just so I could get to be able to touch my snots.
She actually was the inspiration for Ashton Kutcher to do Punk.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right.
So that's our
Naked
last
Gun.
thoughts on Naked Gun.
Yeah. Well, we're making spoof jokes in our own. It's inspired
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's sad that Leslie Nielsen's no longer with us, and that O.J. Simpson still is.
Yeah,
It's a great series. I'm glad that they stopped after the third one, though. I feel like, you know, spoof movies, I think we've discussed this, like, have gotten worse since then. And it's kind of the end of a great era. Like, I feel like the late 80s, early 90s just had these killer spoof movies like Hot Shots and Top Secret and Airplane and did I say Hot Shots already? Yeah.
Yep.
Hot Shots.
You can say it again. You can say it twice.
Hot
There was
Shots
two of
Part
them.
Deux.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sort of this etched in time, like, you know, cinematic era, and it'll never be again. Prove me wrong, Hollywood.
yeah.
Wait, they're making a reboot of Naked Gun, aren't they?
So they say. It's one of those things that's like, you know, it's always on the table. I don't know if it's actually like in pre-production or if it's like actually going yet, but
Who are they? Oh, Liam Neeson. That's right.
Yeah.
Did anyone see the John Hamm Fletch? I heard it wasn't bad.
No, I thought you saw it.
No.
Oh no, I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, me
No.
neither. Well,
Well,
welp.
That's our show, everyone.
See you later.
I hope.
I
you
think we should end
enjoyed
all our shows with
the
welp.
Naked Gun. Welp. We'll be back next time with what are we doing next? Speed. We're beginning our twofer series, our trio of twofers.
Sorry.
Yep.
Dun, dun,
Yep.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
people will enjoy that. Will we enjoy that series better than this one? I don't know.
Don't think so. Dun 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 dun.
Never
I don't
say
know. It's
never.
only got 2 movies. It could bump that average up. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, unlikely.
And who knows?
Fucking likely.
Who knows what score changes could come in the
Yeah.
wrap-up show.
Yeah, we might actually knock Speed 2 down a peg or two.
I love it.